team.
All right, so this is a webinar for our October initiative called Unsung. And I was joking earlier, we're your band coming live to you for your songwriting and music competition. So you'll see Christina with as our lead vocalist, and then I'm coming in with our lovely saxophone. My name is Kayla, and then Kat's on the piano. I thought this was super funny. I love music. I've been a musician most of my life, so this is a very, very near and dear initiative to my heart. So we are your unsung team, so to speak. We work for Break Free Education, and if you did not know, we have a new name as Break Free Education. Just like last week, we were the Center for Educational Excellence in Alternative Settings, which is a very long name and is very difficult to say. But if you knew us as CEEAS, as of Monday, we are now Break Free Education. So we can just chat for a minute about our initiatives in general. I think we've already been chatting a little bit with some people that have joined, but let's talk about if you've participated with a Break Free Education initiative. Let us know in the chat if you've done that in the past. If you have, tell us which one, and maybe, what was your favorite part about it. For September this year, we're finishing up our Unheard initiative. So if you're taking part in that, the submissions are due by Friday. Is that right, Christina? And that is great. So that's taking place right now, and we try to push out an initiative every month. So Unsung is for October. So if you guys, anybody participated with these in the past, let us know.
Awesome. Well, I think we're going to do a little warm-up activity. I know we only have a handful of people, but that just means that it's easier to win first place. So Kayla's going to throw into the chat a link that's going to take you out to a website, and that is where you're going to participate in a quiz with us. So you'll get a link to the website, and then there will be a code that you have to click on to activate it. So I'm going to actually come off screen sharing here so you can see your own screen and participate. And we're really excited to see how we all do. The three of us took this quiz earlier this afternoon, and I'm going to say Kayla is definitely the reigning champion right now. I did not fare very well at all, but I am ready for participants to join and excited to see what happens here. So, Alan, did you bring your A game?
Okay.
Audrey, did you get Disney Plus this summer? Because that's going to be a big thing. Okay, good, good. And I'll just wait to see. Okay, we got Audrey in our game.
Is it wrong if I play again?
Not at all, as long as you don't win.
I was going to say, I have an 11-year-old here. Is it wrong if I ask my 11-year-old to help?
You can totally outsource all the information. Absolutely. And Kelly has joined. And we have Christina, Kayla, Michael. How are you doing over there?
I'm going to get us out of the game.
Let us know if you need us to read you the pin.
I don't have the information that you're talking about.
It's right in our chat box. So are you able to see the chat?
Yeah, 2 people in chat.
So if you look down, it should have the link to the quizzes, and then
Okay, I got you.
Awesome, and then the code that you use. We just thought it would be a good idea to find something to test y'all's musical knowledge before we dove into the musical initiative.
What is the code?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 950492. And then you can go ahead and click start because it's going to ask you for your name. And if you haven't used this tool before, it's a really popular one that we use inside of Secure Spaces. Awesome. Alan, you're in. And we've used it in the past to do our academic bowl, where we've created questions like a academic quiz and had kids join nationwide. And then we have like cutoff rounds. It was pretty fun when we did that. Michael, how you doing there?
I'm inside. It's
Say
asking
that
me about my
again.
organization, all this good stuff. It's
That's
asking me about the organization, I mean, this stuff.
Oh, I think you might be setting up an account. So were you able to click the link right from the chat?
Yeah, I did. It has me signed as Michael McKnight. It says join game. I clicked on that.
And when you go to
So,
join game, did it ask you to put in this code? I know one of the login pages I went to asked me, once I had logged in, it looked more like my account.
this looks like an account. It's like it's trying to get me set up an account or select an organization.
Okay. You could try to click that link again and see if it just takes you to a place where you can put in the PIN.
Do it
It
again.
might open a new tab for you and start over. And if you see a little box that says the PIN, you can just add it there. You're lucky you have a lot of tech support on the call. So,
It's doing the same thing. You might have to go ahead and do it without me this time.
oh no. Okay, well, let me try one more thing for you, okay? I'm gonna try one. If you come back to where my face is in the Zoom, and can you copy and paste what says joinmyquiz.com and put it in your browser, or even just type that in? That's my top secret trick. Hey, Adrian, how are you?
Good. How are you? Sorry, I'm driving, but
Like really driving?
yeah.
Okay,
I'll,
so we're gonna play a quizzes, and just for health and safety, I'm gonna say don't play.
sounds good. Yep.
Okay, so give us just a moment here, but then we'll get back to you with some current information. But you are
Appreciate it.
more than welcome to root for your favorite player. We have Kayla, Audrey, Christina, Alan, Kelly, and very soon, hopefully, Michael. Michael, how you doing over there?
Got it pasted in. I'm waiting for it to let me get inside now to put the quiz. Okay, it says enter code. Yeah, come on now.
Did you click start?
Yeah, every time I get when I press the button for enter code, it goes back to switch to Google Chrome or Safari, Edge, or what have you. If I click
Oh.
later, let's see.
Well, so you don't miss out on anything. I will keep you updated with all of my announcer skills. And who are you going for here, Michael? Which team are you going to root for?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know.
You
Okay,
can
well,
you can root for me. We're East Coast buddies.
All right,
there you go.
that'll work.
Okay, Team Kayla.
Okay.
Here we go, everyone. We're going to click start. Let's see, and I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, Kelly taking the lead. Christina right behind her. Oh, Kayla missed her first question. Michael, you might want to rethink that.
You might want to switch teams.
Kelly, perfect score. Taking the lead again. Oh, Kayla's on a streak now. Watch out. Christina, I thought you knew these questions. Oh, Kayla's taking it, Kelly. Better get back in there. Christina's on the move. She's got 2 in a row. Kayla's on fire. 3 in a row. Oh man, Kelly, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. We'll get the next one. Christina, Kayla,
I missed that one.
you missed it, but it's still you're still in the lead. It's a hard one, man. Well, the good news, everyone, since you're all at about 50%, is that this is not a Disney-themed web and curriculum, so it's okay. Kelly, coming back into second place. Come on, Kelly, you can dethrone Kayla. It's only 100 points. Plus, she's already taken this, so it's not really fair. Audrey taking the lead by 1,000 points. What are you doing over there? Did you get help? What's happening? Oh, Kayla took it back. Kelly's sliding into second. Oh, on a streak. Audrey's got 3 in a row, took first place. Kelly right behind her, tied score. Oh man, Christina's in second.
Oh, I don't have any more questions.
Oh, Kelly taking first place with a streak. 600 points.
I think I let you down, Michael. I don't think I won.
Michael, I hope you're not a betting man. Okay, we're almost there. We've got Audrey and Alan finishing up. Wishing they had both watched a little more Disney Plus this summer.
Yeah, as opposed to nothing.
I will say most of these movies were made in the 1990s.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Except for Frozen. And, well, yeah.
That's true, except for Frozen. I do have to say I'm very excited that we have a tie for first place. Both Kelly and Audrey tying with 66-55. So congratulations. Let's give them a little round of applause. Good job,
Yay.
y'all. Amazing work. Well, I'm going to go back to screen share and we're going to take a deep dive into Unsung. Thanks for playing that little game there with us to get started. And if you ever want to know more about how you can integrate quizzes into your own classroom or school, we would be more than happy to help you do that, as they can be a really fun way to introduce a topic or just get your team going. So Unsung, this will be our 3rd year producing this initiative, and we are excited because we have a new launch contest to share with you. But if you've never participated before, we're going to kind of introduce you to the curriculum from the beginning. And if you have participated, you'll notice that our curriculum looks a little different because of our new name, Break Free Education. It has a new look and feel to match our brand. So I want to share with you our launch activity, which is the first few days of the month in Unsung. Then we'll move into the actual curriculum, and then we will dive into our calendar, and then I'll share with you guys a, oops, sorry about that. I'll share with you guys a little teacher video that I have here. Awesome. Sorry, I was reading Kelly's comment about having a season pass. That definitely has to help. So our launch activity this year is going to be centered around Rock the Vote. So if you're not familiar, back in the 80s, MTV created a curriculum of, or sort of their own initiative to try to preserve music without any censorship. And so as they did that, this is actually one of the first videos here featuring En Vogue. They wanted to respond to what was happening to both hip hop and rap artists, and prove that censorship is un-American by activating millions of young people to vote. There are some slides in this section that kind of introduce you to why it's so critical to activate young people to vote, and how the US voter turnout by age is pretty low when it comes to our young people who are becoming, I think this year was like 3 million people are going to be able to vote new this year as they age into their 18th birthday. So Rock the Vote was created to engage and build the political power of young people. But what's really interesting about it, and that you'll see as you watch some of the Rock the Vote campaigns over the years, is that the campaigns have shifted their focus depending on what is sort of the focus of culture and community across the United States, especially for students who are young and sort of impacted by these new policy issues. So what I really love is that they're going to see that shift occurring all the way to modern day, because this year the campaign is called the +1 the vote, which is trying to encourage folks to bring friends to the voting booth. It's kind of a unique campaign in the year of COVID, but hopefully it's just one person, they're socially distanced, and everyone's wearing a mask, right? The challenge here is to see if students can write a verse around how they could convince people that their vote matters. And you'll see there's this incredible video here by Yellow Pain, who does a great job of just convincing people to vote, but also talking about how your vote isn't just important during a presidential election, and goes into a lot of really in-depth description. I mean, it could be a whole social studies curriculum summarized in one song. And I think this is something that's really going to help kids think, oh, what could I create to really help introduce the people of my generation to the importance of voting and why folks should register and retain their voting rights, because they're so critical to having a say in this country. And so for the launch contest, we just ask that students write a written verse for a Rock the Vote song. They don't have to sing it, they don't have to create backup music, just a verse. And then we will select one of those that we pick to win a classroom prize, which will be a microphone that you can use, and we'll ship that out immediately so you have it in time to record, and then a really cool lyric journal for the student to keep writing their lyrics in. So that's the launch contest, and as I mentioned, it happens right starting, I mean, you can get started now. The materials are there, students can start working on it. You just have to submit it by October 5th. One other thing I wanted to highlight in our launch activity is that we always like to share last year's winner. So you'll see there's a YouTube video here to listen to last year's winning song, and then have the kids maybe have a discussion about why they think the song won and what were some of the issues discussed in the song. And we find that showcasing the winner from the previous year really helps to elevate the submissions that we get the following year. So we're very excited to share that with students. The curriculum hasn't changed. It's just the launch contest that we refresh every year. And so it should, although look a little different, feel the same. We're going to launch on the 1st, the launch contest submissions on the 5th. Your song submissions are due on the 14th. Then our top 10 is announced on the 21st, and our winners on the 30th. So as you kind of click through the slide deck, you'll see that even though the colors and the feel is a little different, the content is exactly the same. And so I was on the phone with a teacher today who shared that she actually used my slides for her observation this summer, and she was like, I love just teaching this section. She's like, I didn't even know some of these songs were protest songs. And my kids get so into them, and we have such a great time, and I just love teaching this. So these are yours to use however you want. There's sort of a mixture of kind of introducing kids to protest songs. There's an extension activity at the beginning of the lesson if you're interested in using this song to really get kids to take it to the next level. And then we move into the policy issues. This is a really critical component of Unsung, because the idea behind the lyrics that students are writing are to really elevate and highlight policy issues that impact them. And so you'll see there's some materials that they can read to learn more about zero tolerance, to learn about the school to prison pipeline, as well as some articles on youth justice and why it's such a critical need. To reform and rethink the way that we're addressing these types of spaces. And so these 4 articles and videos will help kids dig a little deeper into policy issues that will inform their writing practice. The next piece, because I know from working with our kids that they love to do things that are hands-on, and when I go visit your spaces, they are always telling me that they're really proud of work that they've created, is to have them create a lyric journal. We have a safe way using yarn for them to create their own book, and then there are a lot of corresponding activities that they can do inside of their lyric journal to really kind of elevate what they're keeping in there and how they're thinking about the importance of lyrics, the visual components of lyrics, and what people mean by what they write using annotation and other guidelines. As a last activity to get kids to practice writing, we have this short little We Didn't Start the Fire where we ask kids to learn a little bit about Billy Joel's song, but then think how they could rewrite those lyrics to meet today. So we have a short picture of a tweet where someone actually rewrote the lyrics for 2018. And then we ask kids to brainstorm how could they write their own. And we would love to, by the way, if you want to submit this, we'd love to share them out. So if you have one that a student has written, you can share it here. And we'd love to share it out on social media and highlight what kids are thinking are the big topics of today and how they're turning that into their own We Didn't Start the Fire. Then we dive into Soundtrap, which is our partner for this project. Audrey, who's on our call, who I'm going to turn this over to next, has been a great partner of ours for the past 3 years in providing free Soundtrap accounts for every student who registers. And so you're going to get an email from me soon. We've had over 1,100 students register for Unsung. And so right now I'm actively creating all those accounts, and then I'll send them out to you so you can log in and have full access to the tool. This is the link you'll visit. And then we have some corresponding slides that will help you and your students get a crash course into Soundtrap. So you'll see how to enter the student, then what types of steps you need to add your music, to bring in your loops, to add other tracks and layers to your song, to record your lyrics, and some of the contest guidelines that they must be 20 lines long, include a chorus, and must have at least 2 verses, and then how to save your work so that you can submit it to the contest. So that's just kind of an overview. I do want to pull up for you our calendar. So if you visit our website, you'll see that all the materials are right here, laid out very nicely by Christina. She does an amazing job building our webpage. And here you'll see with the launch activity, when the submissions due. Then you have some time after the content is delivered to go into your songwriting workshop and then submit your song, win the top 10, and of course the winners are announced. But if you have any questions, the teacher's video guide, the Soundtrap video guide is on this webpage. And as well, you'll see our contest policies and some information about our Soundtrap tool up here. So everything you need should be in this one-stop shop. And I'm actually going to take this and I'll just throw it in the chat just if there's someone who hasn't had access to it yet. Oh, Kayla's beat me to it. Just in case you haven't visited this page yet, it's a great place to bookmark and come back to. So from there, I would love to introduce Audrey, and I do want to tell you that this picture was taken from an opportunity last year where Audrey and I got to travel to London, England, because Unsung, the first year, was nominated for a BET Award, and we were really excited to represent this curriculum in our partnership, and so I'll let her take it over from here.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having me on this call. There's not much left to say. Kat, you do such an incredible job of explaining things clearly and effectively. And designing this project, it's been incredible to watch you kind of go through this process. So I am so proud to represent Soundtrap and to be a part of this and to help support and amplify the voices of your learners, and to be a part of, the Soundtrap team. We are working every day to support, teachers and learners in capturing student voice and finding safe ways to share that with the world. So, Kat, I'm happy to talk about anything specifically that you'd like, but otherwise, I'm really happy to be a part of this and watch this sort of unfold, and to be here with you and your team. This is important work, and it matters. You matter, and your students matter.
Thank you, Audrey. I really appreciate that. I just think it's great that we've started doing these webinars sort of in a response to COVID. We were like, wait, we could be meeting with folks and, talking to them before we launch the curriculum. And I thought, wow, I really want Audrey to be here to get to know everybody. And I know this is going to be recorded. Thanks, Christina, for remembering to do that. And people are going to watch this afterwards and know, oh, okay, that's who I can reach out to if I have questions. And I know there's a particular site, and Audrey, you might remember this. Last year, we got a submission from a young girl that was so beautiful, but there was no music and no recording because they just didn't have that built into their school system at the time. And they've actually implemented technology, and I was on the phone with them today because we're going to do a Soundtrap launch. Like, they're going to download everything, get all the accounts up and running, and then I'm going to train the students how to log in and do that in Hannah's honor, because Hannah was the one who desperately wanted to create a song and wasn't able to do that because they didn't have technology, and now they do. And so we're going to spend some time really getting this site ready for the competition this year. And I'm just really excited that you're here and Soundtrap is still supporting us, and we can kind of share that message across all of our secure spaces.
Yeah, I'm just so happy to be involved. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the competition and submission, depending on the size of your space, you can submit up to 3 songs per school. We just do this because we really want to make sure that some type of internal competition is occurring at the space. And then from there, you're sending us your 3 best songs for the nationwide competition. There, they'll go to a first round reviewers, and we'd like at least 10 reviewers to listen to every song. What's phenomenal about this contest is that those 10 reviewers are asked to give written feedback. And so I will share with you the written feedback for each song that you submit that you can then pass on to that student. Our top 10 songs will go to our finalist review, who are a mix of musicians and producers in the professional space, and also folks who work with policy and youth justice in the professional space. And so it's a great group of people who get to review the lyrics and the songs to really decide who should be named sort of the winner of Unsung this year. And we have a lot of new faces coming into this space, and I'm really excited about who we have working with us on the competition. Your first place winner is going to receive a Chromebook that they can take home with them when they leave your space and use as they enter back into their world, whether they're going to school, whether they're doing a vocational opportunity or going to college or returning to the workforce. They'll have this device with them to help them with all of those different opportunities. And so we're excited about that. I'm going to turn it over here to Christina, who's going to lead us through this Mentimeter activity. And then I'm going to close out of there just so we can open it up.
Great. So yes, Kayla has dropped in a link in the chat. So if you guys could follow that and just kind of select your answer as to kind of how you are feeling in regards to implementing Unsung with your students and at your school. You can feel like you are ready, that you're not quite ready, but you're feeling okay about it, or that you still need a lot of help. This is helpful for us, and we have some live results coming up. So we don't have any I still need a lot of help, so That seems positive at this point. That's great. We got one of you guys feeling totally ready, and then the other two of you are looking like you want just a little more help. So that's great, because our next section here is talking about questions. We have time for some Q&A here. So if you have questions about the curriculum itself, maybe how to implement it, about the competition, about Soundtrap and the technology, please feel free to unmute yourself or go ahead and type in your question in the chat, and we will try and respond to your questions as best we can. So anybody have a question that they want to ask?
Awesome, Michael. So are we. So glad to have you on board.
Yes, we are so excited. We'll pause for a little longer in case people are typing. That's fine. You should also feel free to unmute yourselves and just ask out loud. And if other questions, come up, if you don't think of them now, that's perfectly fine. Or if you get into the curriculum or you're in the second week and you need some help with the competition, you can always, reach out to Kat, Kayla, and I. We're here to, be responsive and support you as you carry out the initiative with your students. So yeah, maybe we move on. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up today with a really awesome thing. We're going to create a playlist with songs that inspire us. So if you guys can use the chat to put in a song that has impacted your life in some way, we're going to then put those all together in a playlist and share it out. And you guys could potentially play that for your students or even for yourself for some inspiration. But if you have a song that's impacted your life, please share that in the chat so that we can compile this playlist and share with the group, an unsung playlist. It's as difficult. There might be a lot of songs that you're thinking of. Nice. Great one, Kelly. Yeah, This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Really great song. Truth Hurts, Lizzo. Okay, Kat. Oh
yeah.
Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, these are great songs. These are power songs.
Oh, nice, Kayla.
Eyes Up. Beautiful song.
Christina, what's yours?
Oof, I don't know. I need more time. I'm talking. I haven't had time to think.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this is making out to be a great playlist.
I know. I'm very excited. Well, while we give everyone a little time to pause and think, I know it's come to your favorite part of our webinars, which is when we get to draw a prize for our attendees. So I'm actually going to come out of screen share. You can still write your songs in the chat. Feel free to add another one if you have one that you want to boost our playlist to more than 5 songs. And that was my dog putting his song in. And I'm going to turn it over to Kayla to pick our winner.
Yes, this is my favorite part. I love Wheel of Names. If you've joined our webinars in the past for our initiatives, you know that. So I'm going to give this a spin and we will see who our lucky winner is. And if you do win, I'll put my email in the chat and we'll send you a microphone. Hey, all right.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna put my email in the chat and if you'll send me your home address, I'll get your prize shipped out to you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Wonderful. And then I will follow up with everyone with a link to our amazing soundtrack. and playlists that you can start using to inspire your unsung journey. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. We really appreciate it.